Okay, so happy morning, everyone. So I stayed here at the Hilltop. Let's see if I can. Yeah, there we go. High Road Hostel, and so far it's pretty cool. And it is on the corners of Belmont and 18th Street. And last night, this place was packed, like seriously packed. Like, okay, so if you know anything about New York, there's an area called Williamsburg where it originally was like maybe a little bit not the best of neighborhood, but then it became like super gentrified, and now like it's all like hipsters and all that kind of stuff, and you go there and there's bars everywhere. That's pretty much what this is. So yesterday, this area right here was insanely packed to the point where there was a line to get into the place. So now we are headed over to drive the car over to the movie theater because we're going to that Super Carlin Brothers meetup along with the Incredibles 2 movie. So that's gonna be so much fun. So you see I got my Hey Brother shirt. And then I'm gonna probably drive over, not drive over, but take the public transportation over to DC itself because I have a few hours to kill. Then I'm gonna go to the movie. And then my silly self didn't realize that the meet and greet that I did is the second one, which meant that it was like at 7 o'clock. So say the movie ends at like 5, I still have another 2 hours to kill. So I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do. So we got some sort of cat on a wall. I think that's what that is. So if you can see from my vantage point right now, you can see the Washington Memorial. Another cool part about DC is you see these things here, the meters. You could actually get the app to pay for your parking on an app. And even if you're not directly in front of the meter or anything like that, you could still pay for your parking. So it'll alert you when your time's up. Driving in DC is weird because some of their lights are like 50 feet away from where you're supposed to stop. So you gotta really like look at the floor to make sure you're stopped in the right place. And then they have like stop signs in weird places. The driving here, if you're not a confident driver, DC is probably not the best place to drive. I learned that yesterday too. Just found a place to park, and so I am figuring out where to pretty much go from here, and then I have to be back here for the movie. I'll probably try to be back here by like 2. It's 11 now, so I got a good amount of time. And trying to find the train station, I went in like a big circle. Let's go get ourselves a Metro card. So I got my card. I put about $25 on it. I was gonna get like a day pass, but I think this will work out better. I'm not sure if I'll need the whole amount, but I'd rather have. Originally I was gonna put $30, but I could always add, can't take away. I had one in my house and I didn't get to bring it. So now we're taking the yellow line over to the National Mall area. So L'Enfant Plaza. See, so right now we're here. We gotta take it all the way up there. I was here last time, and I just had to take it like 4 stops, which is pretty cool. DC train lights light up when the train is coming.
Low line trains bound down the square, 7th Street. in Washington National Airport.
So the last time I was around here, I was traveling out of the airport, and so I took this train into the National Mall because, as you can see, I'll show you or tell you, right now it's about, let's see, it's 9:09. So it's not too long to get to the monuments and stuff, so I'll probably get there by like 11:30, less, so some less than that. So it's really quick to go back and forth. There are people in canoes over there. I think that's a canoe. A speedboat. So this is kind of like New York right now, where I honestly have no idea which side I was supposed to go out of, but I don't know. We'll find our way. Make sure you don't lose your card because you need it to leave. Oh, I wonder if it's like an escort. So I'm headed over to the Air and Space Museum. I just got out of the train station at L'Enfant Plaza. I think that's how they said it. So I believe, yeah, so I'm headed over to Air and Space Museum entrance here. Let's go. One thing I noticed so far that you don't see much of, vloggers in DC. You can see the words a little bit, National Air and Space Museum. I haven't been in here since I was a little kid. Right now, I honestly don't know where to start. I feel like just walking. So let's start off in the Samuel P. Langley Gallery of Early Flight. This is cool.
This is my favorite. That's your real model? For what?
So we have the hang glider in 1894. So you have different designs. You have number 5.
Oh!
While Wilbur was amazing our European cousins, Orville was thrilling an American audience, which included President William Howard Taft at Fort Myer, Virginia, not too many miles from where we're standing right this minute.
What I find amazing is the fact that something from less than 200 years ago that pretty much looks like it's made out of paper, turns into the huge airplanes that we have today. I find that to be amazing. This here is an inline engine. Inline engines have the cylinders positioned behind the other in single and multiple banks. The V8 is the one type of inline machine, inline engine. So it kind of looks like they went from this to something more like that, and then that. So thinking about how it transformed makes a little bit more sense, but the idea that in 1909 they still had those little crop dusters, and now we have these huge planes that have hundreds of people. It's amazing. Apparently there's a big line to get in there. Don't know what that is. We have a smaller line to get in here, so I'll go in there. Wow, this is going to be very low.
Careful. I'll lay on it. Typewriters on this thing.
So the interesting thing about that is that it's very small, but one thing I noticed is that the bathrooms haven't changed at all. You would think maybe after a few years they would change the design for the bathrooms. Check this out. So you have the jet engine and you have the piston, and when you turn this, the jets turn the pistons. I probably will not be going on this, but let's just see. So if you wanted to go on a simulator, emotion simulator is $8, interactive is $10, and virtual reality is $12. It looks like they turn upside down and everything, so that's interesting. The last time I went on a virtual reality simulator was when Disney had Disney Quest, and that didn't go very well. I decided to do way too many flips, and yeah, as I said, it didn't turn out good. I'm gonna check out when the IMAX stuff is because I wanted to see it. So if it fits in my schedule, maybe we'll go see an IMAX movie. Okay, so I am gonna go see Journey to the Stars in 3D. I asked and they said the best one is the IMAX one, and I love everything in 3D. So I'm going to go ahead and buy one of those. They said it's $9, so that's not too bad. Okay, so I got my ticket, and we are going to see the IMAX version of Journey to the Stars in 3D. They have a regular one, but I have to see the 3D one. We're gonna go in the section for Apollo to the Moon. So here it has steps on the flight path. So each number corresponds to something on here that has exactly what happened. It goes all the way up to 33. So a lot of stuff happened. So one starts, where is one? Oh, one is physically on the globe over there. And then so is 33, and oh, and there's a 34. So this here is the Apollo 11. This is the first manned exploration of the moon. This here is a telescope. This is for the Apollo 16. Here we have some equipment that they used. So survival knives, binoculars, different types of cameras. That's a knee notepad. I guess so you strap it to your knee so it doesn't fly away. That's pretty big. Let's figure out what that is. That is the engine. We're going to quickly go through the time and navigation section. It looks like this has to do with navigating by the stars. It's a Nokia. How much you want to bet it still works? I feel like this is where they got the idea for Wall-E. It looks like a little robot human. Not a human, but a little robot. Here we have robots on the road. So these are humanless cars. Has a whole bunch of laser sensors, GPS receivers. Sponsored by Red Bull.
See?
Let's see, I love interactive things. Slide the lever.
Which one Dylan wearing?
Dylan GPS.
Oh, there's different ones. Civilian GPS signal. Civilians can not decode complete military GPS signals. Interesting. So I'll be coming back over here probably because right now I have to head over to my IMAX thing because they tell you to be there about 5 minutes before, so it's about 10 minutes before. So by the time I get there, I'll be there on time. So I watched that show. It wasn't bad. It wasn't what I thought it was going to be at all. But it's still pretty interesting. You learned about the astronauts, how the rockets go up in the space, the different things that they're doing for future exploration. So it's interesting. So I ended up falling asleep during the end, but it's okay. Hopefully I didn't snore. So I think right now I'm gonna head out to the National Mall, take some pictures and stuff, and then I am going to head over to the thing because I want to do something else. You could do Segway tours. There are a whole lot of food trucks around here, so I think I might get something to eat now rather than wait till later and get something at the movie theater because it's probably going to be way too expensive at the movie theater. So let's see what the options are. We have snow cones, ice cream, we got chicken, mozzarella sticks, burgers. We got more, we got gyros, burgers. You got cheesesteaks, Oreos. Looks like fried Oreos. tacos. Chicken house. This one seems like the one that everybody's going to. It's got like pizza and burgers, and I think it's because the burger's only $5. Got some more ice cream. Got shaved ice and ice cream and all that jazz. There's a lot of ice cream stands. Indian food. We have this is Fresh Food DC. It looks like it's got like gyros and burritos. Hibachi Express. It's $9,000. I'm kidding. You got some more chicken. We have, looks like it's a Spanish chicken spot. Soul food. This is California chicken. More ice cream. More ice cream. Pita breads. Philly cheesesteak. This is strictly chicken. Indian, Mexican, Philly Mike steaks, and a hot dog and pretzel stand. A cheeseburger from Quick Bite. So this is my burger. I'll let you know how it tastes. So the burger wasn't bad. I was apparently very hungry, so I downed it. And I got a snowball. So my overall lunch cost about $11, but I feel like it was kind of worth it. I didn't want to get fries and be all like greasy and like I feel like I would regret it later. So I figured I love eating ice, so they had this two different things too. It's what they call a snowball, and then they have slushies. The same person had those two different things. Apparently the slushie is literally just like a regular slush puppy kind of thing. And then a snowball is where it's just the ice kind of like bundled up on top of each other. I'm guessing that's the difference. Popcorn stand over here. You got people playing music. So we're headed back down into the subway to see the Super Carlin Brothers. So on the metro, I ended up meeting somebody who had a Hey Brother shirt on too. She was from Alabama. She drove here, flew here, which is probably what I should have did. It's now 2:30 and we're waiting for the movie. And there's a couple, the lines already started to wait to go into the movie, and the doors don't open till 3. But being a half hour early isn't too bad. I've been earlier to movies, but it's so cool to see other Super Carlin friends. So the movie was adorable. I will definitely be going to see this movie again because it was amazing. So now we're gonna go to the meet and greet with the Super Carlin Brothers. I asked if I could get into the first one because since I'm here alone, I really don't want to hang out until 7:30. So I was just thinking about it. And one, my hair looks ridiculous. And two, I'm thinking of this kind of like as a Disney character line. For every group of people, it's about 3 minutes. This is gonna be long. I'm at the end, but I am in group 1 now. So At least I won't be here till like 10 o'clock at night. We're getting closer to seeing them, and I'm nervous. I'm trying to figure out what to say. We're down to the end. There's like 5 people behind me, and I am still super nervous. Still nervous. So I was trying to figure out this whole time what to talk to you guys about. I was talking to my husband, and he's just like, we've been talking about a bunch of stuff to tell the Super Carlin Brothers, and be like, you don't remember any of it? I go, no. But I do remember one. So, you know, so in COVID, one thing I've noticed, because I watch this movie literally like every day, is that, do you notice Hector does not shoes the entire movie until the end? And then he actually is a Rivera, so Rivera is a shoemaker. So like, I was like, because then we watched the whole movie, I was like, wait, does he not have shoes on?
That's a
And I was just like, does he have shoes at the end? So I of course watched it a bunch of times to see how it works. So I was just like,
That is a really good catch.
I'm like, and then I was just like, these animators are great. They even made Abuelita's arms to go.
They're all over.
That's so funny. But yeah, but thank you guys for having us. I'm so excited.
Alright. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Hi, it was great meeting you guys.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you. Okay, so that was so much fun. So cool. Like, I feel like I probably turned the color of my shirt. Let me not die on this escalator. So yeah, I feel like I probably turned the color of my shirt, and that was a way better interaction than I thought it was gonna be. Like, they were awesome. And I got a poster. Bye. Okay, so somebody literally pulled over to let their friends out to take a picture. That's ridiculous. So this is what my room looks like. This is my bunk. Very comfy. See, it says my name. This one also has its own bathroom. So that's cool. So I'm going to get dinner, and across the street is something called Jumbo Sliced Pizza. Let's see if it lives up to the name. I saw something else I need to get. So here it is, Jumbo Sliced Pizza. Let's head in. So here's the size of the pizza. So right off the bat, I'm gonna tell you that I'm gonna hate this because it's not even freshly cooked. They just had them sitting there. So that's that. And then 2, they put it in a box even though you don't ask for a box. And they charge you 50 cents for the box. So yeah.
It doesn't really matter? It's a lot. Okay.
So this is pretty much half. It's big. So let's talk about that pizza was okay. I did not finish it because it was pretty much like a whole pie in just a slice form. So it was let's see what else. The meet and greet today was awesome. I'm so happy that I got to meet the Super Carlin Brothers. Got this super awesome shirt. Yeah. So, and I got a picture with them, and I talked to them about Coco, and so it was really cool. One other thing is, so I've been staying at a hostel for the past 2 nights. I have another night left, and so far it's been really cool. Like, I enjoy this way more than being in a regular hotel. And you get to meet different people, and there's a girl who was from Japan who gave out like different like cakes. See, I have mine here. I didn't try it yet. So it's a really cool experience. I'm not overly social, so I'm sure there's more I could possibly do in terms of talking to people, but I kind of like make my way into conversations here and there. But as you could hear, there's conversations going all over the place. There's conversations in the kitchen, the living room, the dining room, all these places. There's a patio stuff going on, so it's pretty cool.